okay? Almost there.
Check this out.
So your ex-girlfriend filed a claim for child support, huh?
You got it.
Well, welcome to the club. I've been paying for over 10 years now. And Jason, you've been paying for what?
Almost 3 years now?
It isn't always easy, but paying child support is the right thing to do.
We weren't even planning to have a kid.
But you did. And he's beautiful. And he's yours.
Yeah.
Actually, are you sure he's yours?
What are you talking about?
Child support can help prove if the kid is yours or not. And that's important, because if you've been assuming that you're the father, and you've been paying and taking him out and all, and then you find out that the kid's not yours, child support can still make you pay, because it's in the kid's best interest.
It's better to straighten out this paternity stuff from the beginning, you know.
Why do I have to go through the courts? I already give her money when I can. I'm always handing her cash for something. And I buy the kid toys all the time.
But the state has it set up so that she and the baby can know how much to expect and when to expect it.
But how am I supposed to come up with all this money? I still don't have my papers. Right now, I barely work.
Hey, look, Mario, the family court and the child support people don't even care about your papers. Their main concern is getting money for your kid. They never talk to immigration, so chill.
And what are you talking about, all the money? You don't even know how much you're gonna pay until you go to court.
Immigration status will not be discussed in court.
Thank you.
Your information will not be shared with other courts.
Look at her. My Denise is beautiful, because she doesn't look like me.
Yeah,
Lucky her.
right?
I don't like this. Being forced to pay the government. How do I know where the money goes?
You may not like it, Mario, but it's the law. You don't have a choice. And the money is for your kids.
Listen, don't fool around with this. Ignoring a summons will get you nothing but trouble.
You don't mess with them. When you see a letter from child support, you better open it.
And you may not believe this, but they'll work with you. They know they can't get money out of you if you don't have it. Go to court on the day they tell you and tell the judge your situation. If you're straight with them, it'll make life easier for you and your kid. If you miss the date, they'll make you pay anyway.
So what happens next?
Well, first, you show up in court when they tell you. Don't be late. It's better for you to wait for them than for them to wait for you. Be polite to the court officer. He or she is your ticket to getting your case resolved. And don't walk into court saying you're broke or jobless or looking like that guy over there.
What's wrong with him?
How you present yourself is important. You gotta show respect for the magistrate and the court. You wanna wear something presentable and take your hat off your head. I learned that one the hard way.
Dress in respectful clothes like pants and a button-down shirt. Don't wear expensive jewelry. Court is not the place for bling. It's important to be on time for your child support hearing at family court.
Please have a seat next to the attorney right over here.
And arrive with appropriate documents. Bring to court identification cards or proof of identity such as driver's license, passport, a document that shows your full name and social security number or individual tax ID number, proof of living expenses, utility bills, phone bills, rent or mortgage receipts, proof of employment, income, or benefits such as bank statements, pay stubs, copies of previous year's W-2, income tax forms you filed, affidavit of net worth that was included in the summons. Remember, if you don't show up at your court date or call to reschedule, the magistrate will decide what you pay without hearing what your situation is. Show up for yourself and for your kids. At the hearing, the magistrate will establish paternity if that hasn't been done yet. He or she will review what benefits the child and custodial parent receive and gather information about your financial situation.
Sir, you've been summoned to court today based upon your obligation to help support your child. How long have you been employed at All Mechanics Plus?
About 3 months.
You make about $11 an hour for about 30 hours a week?
Yes, sir.
Your support obligation will be based upon the Child Support Standards Act.
The magistrate will determine how much you pay per week or per month based on how many children you have and your income. It can be deducted directly from your paycheck and sent directly to the Office of Child Support. If you're out of work, the magistrate will take that into consideration.
I wish everyone the best of luck. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them now.
What happens if my situation changes or I lose my job?
Well, you come back to court, file your petition, and it'll be before me at some point, and then I'll re-examine your circumstances to see if it's appropriate to modify or change the order of support.
Thank you, sir.
If you don't have a job or you don't make enough money, the magistrate will make the order for less.
But if you don't show up, then you'll probably be ordered to pay more, plus penalties too.
Or eventually end up in jail.
Really?
Look, raising a kid in the city is not cheap. And I know because I got 3 of them. And I used to have custody. Yeah, they used to live with me a long time ago. So I know what their mother's going through.
I hated paying at first. But then I think about my little girl, and I feel good because I'm doing good by her.
You don't have a full-time job, right?
No.
So the magistrate will refer you to an employment agency that'll help you find something. That's how I found my job.
If you're out of work or need additional work, the Family Court Magistrate will refer you to the STEP program. STEP helps you to find a job that's right for you.
And I love them.
Jobs can be in clerical, construction, customer service, food service, healthcare, retail, security guard, among others.
So the child support payment gets taken directly out of your check?
Every 2 weeks, they take out $150. But your situation is different, so you'll pay something different. It's a percentage of your income based on how many kids you have.
Your employers have to take it out unless you work for yourself.
And it's nothing to be ashamed of. Paying child support means that you're trying to be a good dad. It means that you're taking care of your kids.
And if you work for yourself, like me, then you send the money directly to the child support office in Albany.
And if you forget to pay?
Man, you don't want to mess with child support. You gotta work with them, because they can make it work for you, or they can make it tough.
If you miss payments, you can accumulate arrears or child support debt. This is the money you already owe, which may include penalties. Lack of payment can also result in suspension of driver's license and passport, seizing tax refunds, lottery winnings, and bank accounts, financial penalties, being reported to credit agencies. This can make it hard to get a loan or credit card, possibly jail.
So for how long would I have to pay child support?
Until your kids are 21.
Or if they come to live with you, you don't have to pay. In fact, she may have to pay you. Or if you get back together with your ex,
That's not gonna happen.
Then pay what you're supposed to. And if anything changes, say you move out of state or move apartments, you notify the Office of Child Support about your change in address. Keep everyone informed.
And if I get on my feet and start paying, what if I don't like the way my ex is spending my money?
Man, you can't sweat the small stuff. This is all about your kids. If she's taking care of them day to day, she needs some help.
yeah, you can't worry about that.
Look, my daddy did nothing for me and my mom. I don't want to be like that. I don't want my kids to think of me the way I think of him.
And if she gets mad and decides not to let me see my boy?
Then you go to the family courts and petition for visitation rights. But that's a whole different issue than child support. Even if you aren't seeing your son, you still owe child support. It's the law.
Just remember, open your mail, go to the court, and be polite to the judge. And always follow up with it. It'll make life easier for everybody. And most important, it'll let your kids know you're there for them.
I love my kid. They don't have to worry about that.
Good. That's what I want to do.
If you have something new to report or have questions, contact the New York State Child Support Helpline at 888-208-4485 or visit the Child Support Customer Services Walk-In Center at 151 West Broadway, 4th floor, New York, New York, 10013, or visit nyc.gov/HRA.